today we're with Thomas of Themeborne. That's a board game company based in England. How are you, Thomas? Are you okay?
Hello, yeah, good, thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here. What are you up to at the moment? Got a new game coming out, I believe.
Yeah, we're currently running a Kickstarter campaign for a load of expansions for our latest game, Escape the Dark Sector, keeping us very busy.
Yeah, so when does that Kickstarter run out? Is it soon that it runs out? Or?
It runs till the 1st of December, so yeah, just a couple more weeks or so. And yeah, it's going great so far, so we're in good shape, but lots more cool stuff to add as we go.
Do you find it's really profitable doing a project on Kickstarter rather than bringing it just out in the shops?
It's nice to reach customers directly through Kickstarter, yeah. And the reason it's so great is that Kickstarter itself as a platform exposes you to so many more customers than would just find you naturally. You know, it's one of those things that a lot of people just browse looking for new games, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't been on there, kickstarter.com.
Yeah.
And you can just browse categories of all sorts of things, and board games is one of the best categories on there, where, you know, independent creators like us can go on, explain what our project is and show you what it's going to be, and then you've got the opportunity to get on board and help it make it happen. And you, of course, for doing that, get it cheaper and sooner and with more bells and whistles than you otherwise would just from the shops.
Yeah. Now you say it's 3 expansions. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the original game?
Yeah, of course. So the original game, Escape the Dark Sector, was a simple atmospheric adventure set in space. It's in the old school black and white kind of retro adventure style. And it's a narrative game where you work together to overcome challenges as a team as you escape from the detention level of the space station to try and find your ship and blast your way out and get home. So that's the original game. It's a card game where you turn cards and reveal challenges, roll dice and use items to defeat them. It's all about the story and working together to overcome challenges. And this expansion introduces new characters, new areas of the space station, new rules and mechanics, just to give the game more variety and kind of deepen the experience a little bit for people who played the main game and want a bit more.
I believe that the Escape the Dark Sector, though, is a sequel to Escape the Dark Castle.
Yes, that's right. It's the second game in the Escape the Dark series. So that's the sort of series title. And the first game was Escape the Dark Castle, where you played medieval, everyday prisoners trapped in the dungeons of a castle trying to escape to freedom. And that used very similar mechanics and the same kind of core engine. But the second game, Escape the Dark Sector, takes that core engine and develops it a little bit further, adds some sci-fi theming and some more interesting kind of futuristic elements and mechanics. But it's still kind of the same family of games. So if you've played one, you'll know roughly how to play the other one, and it's a nice continuation. And both of them are like a good lead into games. If you're new to board games, Escape the Dark Castle is a perfect introduction. It's really simple, and you work together, so no one's excluded or left out. You're all working together, and you win or lose together. And then once you've done that, Escape the Dark Sector is the perfect second step.
So basically, it's like 2 games up to now. You've done one in the past, one in the future.
Yeah.
Is the third one going to be in the present? Escape from COVID-19 or something?
I think that's too grim to cover in our medium. Yeah. No, well, we don't know actually. We always plan to do a fantasy one and a sci-fi one, and we're going to do all the expansions for them, and then we'll see where we end up. Yeah. Could be something completely different for the next one.
But it would definitely be like Escape something. It's a bit like the Carry On films, isn't it? Where you put that title and you know what you're getting, really, don't you? It's like your friends. So it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, there's something in that familiarity of knowing what the kind of thing you're going to get. You know the kind of the feeling it's going to have, and basically what the rules are. But it's a new experience, so that's a cool thing for a new player, I think, to know where they stand. Yeah.
So any other projects that you've got planned? Any secret projects you can leak out on air? Or?
Nothing that I can leak, but to make these games takes a long time. It takes months and years in some cases. So we are already working on the games that will be coming out after this, already in development here at the studio. We are not able to announce what they are yet, but the next one will be something completely different to either of these two things. So we're going to go in a different direction for a while, and then maybe come back to this and kind of flex our muscles as designers a little bit with some new challenges.
That's it, yes, some new mechanics, which is always good.
Yeah, so the Escape the Dark series is very much about atmosphere, and a lot of the mechanics involve random generation and that kind of stuff. So there's lots of dice, and you never know what's coming. One of our next games is going to be a kind of purer strategy game with less luck and more me versus you decisions kind of thing. So Escape the Dark was cooperative. The next thing will probably be a competitive game.
Well, thanks for coming on today, Thomas. We really appreciate that.
It's great to be here. Thanks for
having me. Good having you here. Thanks a lot.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to see more great content.